rolling, rolling.
Yo, welcome back.
To another amazing episode of A Part of Everything podcast.
Episode what? 8, 7?
Nah, this is episode number 6, my brethren.
Episode number 6, man.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the podcast,
Absolutely.
even though you ain't seen it yet. Man, I feel like last week the energy from my side was down. But that's life, you know.
Yeah,
It's a roller coaster, ups and downs. But I'm feeling good this week, energized.
I got the water.
Yeah, you know.
It's gonna be a good day.
H2O, you know what I'm saying? In the glass, you know, you're trying to save the planet. But we got plastic at the top, so I guess I'm not really saving the planet.
You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Oh man, yeah. Well, welcome in, guys.
Yeah. First and foremost, Javon, how you feeling today, bro?
Feeling good.
Yeah.
I'm all like above the mic, but I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
It's been a good week. It's been
good.
pretty productive.
Mm-hmm.
Been getting my structure together.
Yeah, I feel that.
And like finding processes for like how I want to do things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of just working backwards. Like, all right, I want to get to this point.
Yeah.
How can I, you know, with that goal in mind, what I have to do now in order to make that happen. So, just getting all my processes together, and yeah, bro. So it's been a learning process.
Yeah, you're preparing.
Exactly.
I think anything can come your way, but as long as you're prepared and you stick to that plan, like you'll be good, right? So
I was watching this Gary Vee video, and he was saying how he's the most inefficient person ever, but the reason he's efficient is because he doesn't judge himself on being inefficient.
Wow. I wonder how do you get to that point? You know?
It's like he's like a lot of people when they feel like they're not getting stuff done, it's like they judge themselves and they spend more time judging themselves than actually working.
That's facts,
or like
bro,
being efficient. I was like, damn. So that's real. I was like, damn. So I mean, because we do get hard on ourselves. I'm like, oh damn, I didn't get this done today. I didn't get this task done. Or like, I could have done better. But it's like that time you're thinking about that, you could be doing something.
For sure.
You know.
Instead, you're just beating yourself up.
Exactly.
So like, where do you think? You know, we always like speak on pressure, but like, why are we so hard on ourselves? Is it because we see other people that are pretending to get it? You know, like social media is so curated. We always talk about this. Do you think that's the reason? Like, for example, you know, the whole, like, don't look at your phone in the morning.
Yeah.
Because there's two ways. You can be inspired in the morning. Like, you can see something like, oh, that's dope. I'm going to get out of bed and, like, crush it. Or you can see something like, man, I'm not doing anything. And then you just beat yourself up until nighttime. And then you realize, I didn't do anything today. And then you just beat yourself up constantly. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, like,
but in that hole.
Where do you think that pressure comes from?
I think it comes from just, you know, goals that we set for ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, like you want these big things to happen. So it's like, I need to get this done. I need to do this. But it's like, I don't know. It's good. I think it's good for you. I think pressure it's not real. But at the same time, I think it could like really boost you and give you that fire. But it could also like drown you.
I think the best quote I ever heard was like, pressure makes diamonds.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel you. It's both ways. So.
But I feel like if you're not feeling that pressure, then it's like, I don't know, what are you doing? But it could be one of those things where it's like we kind of, you know, people feel like we have to be stressed to like seem like we're working hard, or we have to feel all this pressure, we have to feel all these things to feel like we're working hard. But it's like it's not about that. So I guess I'm still trying to find that balance in myself. I guess.
For sure.
I don't know.
It's weird. Every day, I guess, is just goal oriented, and you just got to take it day by day. Because again, you win the day, you win the week, you win the month.
Yeah. Do you ever feel pressure?
Hey, bro. Yeah, bro. Every day, it kills me inside. Like,
what brings that pressure to you?
Man, I've just always been so hard on myself. Like, to the point where even my mom and even Mary are like, you should go to therapy. Like, they think it's something like from my past that like gives me this like just I don't know how to explain it. Like, and I'm just like, I don't have anything against therapy, but I'm just kind of like, when am I gonna go talk about how I feel? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you need to. So I don't know. I've always had that drive. Like, my mom always says, like, I don't know where you got it from. It's just in me, bro. And that pressure just every day. Like, I that's a prime example. Like, I'll beat myself up throughout the day, and instead of getting stuff done that I needed to, like, too busy worried about like.
So what goals bring you that pressure though?
Oh man, I think it's just what I had set in my head of where I wanted to be. But even like in the spectrum of things, like taking a step back, where I am now is great. Like, but you always want more, you know, like You realize, I think one thing that I do the worst is like look back on little mistakes that I made, and I just wish I could go change them. And then I got to remind myself, like, that one change, I might not be here right now.
Yeah.
You could be in a completely different city. You could be in a completely different life. It's so crazy.
Damn.
So, yeah, bro, I'm still, hopefully by the end of this year, I can figure that out. Maybe I will go to therapy and just talk about it, but that pressure kills me.
Damn. When do you feel like, where do you think it affects you the most?
On every aspect, bro. Like, there's nothing I could tell you that I do to just get rid of it. Like, it just kills me in every task. Cooking, working, just like my own relationship. Like, it just crushes it. I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody. Like, I'm just in my mind. It's crazy.
Damn. Would you consider yourself an introvert?
Yeah. I would consider myself an introvert to the point of I know when I need to be an extrovert. Does that make sense? Like, if I'm at an event and I know what it is that I got to do, I'll do it. But for the most part, I'm cool.
Just take yourself.
I'm a loner, bro. Like, I'm a loner. Like, that's what it is.
So I noticed some traits of like extroverts and introverts. So introverts, pretty much all their work, internal like therapy, is done within themselves, and extroverts, their therapy is done with other people. And I kind of like, I think I'm in between.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm definitely a dude who wants and loves my own space and loves, like, you know, just being in my own bubble.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I love talking to people and hearing their ideas and like working my mind, like working my thoughts out through them.
For sure.
You know, just like hearing people talking, like hearing like, oh, what do you think you're here for? You know, and just kind of like letting that fuel me. And I don't know, it's interesting.
It's an example of like, you're willing to learn, to hear what other people say, and then you get to go be in your own space and internalize that. Yeah. And, you know, take the message. So I rock with that. I think that's the last week what I've been going through is like, up to this point, I feel like everybody's been telling me what to do and what, like, their opinions, and just not like in a mean way, just kind of like a good way. And I'm just like, whatever.
What do you think about journaling, bro? I think that might be a good like first step before therapy. Yeah. Just like, so you don't have to tell somebody directly, but you're like telling your journal, which is basically yourself. But it's like just getting it out. Yeah,
which I've done this week. I actually I stopped journaling last week. I was pissed at the world. So I actually opened it up to, you know, I think the last date I did it was like the 28th of January. Yeah. Opened it up, wrote the new date, and said, "What's up, Mike? We're back." Like, you know, last week was really tough, but, you know, just keep going. Any quotes throughout the day that I hear, I like to write them down so that I can just always look back on them. Like, I've been drinking tea again. Just weird stuff, right? Yeah. It's these little things, bro. They really make the day. Oh, yeah. So on the tea bag, there's actually a quote, which I never noticed.
You the Tazo?
Yeah, and it said like...
Shout out Tazo.
Yeah. Sponsor us. It said like, good things lead to good consequences. So, you know, bad things, karma. But if you're constantly putting out good, the only consequences are going to be good. And I was like... I feel that. Wow. I just feel like there's so much positive energy coming my way, even though I had such a negative vibe last week, that I'm just like so uplifted and just motivated to change anything I can and just be willing to learn. Dope. So that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I feel like that's dope, bro. Because I feel like what comes with that is like it takes time to reflect. Yeah. You know, like, 'cause I feel like a lot of us get caught up in just life. For sure. And forget to come back and just like, think about what happened that day. It don't have to be that week or that month. It could be like that exact day. Like, oh, damn, okay, like, today I felt this way. You know, I met this person. I had this conversation. I, you know, learned this about myself today. I read this in a book. Yeah. You know, just like taking that time to reflect can be a game changer. For sure. Because it's like you're no longer like ignoring things. You're acknowledging them, good or bad, and you're learning from them. Yeah. You know, you allow yourself not to suppress it.
That's really good. Like, I'm just noticing this now, but last night when I laid in bed, Mary's like, what do you think about if we talked about our highs and lows of the day? I was kind of tired. I was like, shut up. I didn't actually say that, but I was just kind of like, no. She's like, come on. And I'm like, all right. She told me her highs and her lows. Like, what were your highs and your lows of yesterday? Do you remember?
Damn, what did I do yesterday?
It's day by day, but it's one of those things. Like, damn. Maybe even today.
My own advice.
Yeah, no, like, for sure. Let's talk about today. Like, so far, what was your high? What was your low?
My high was definitely 2 workouts.
Yeah.
You know, it's been feeling really good to get back
For
in the
sure.
gym. And Lowe's, just the snow, bro. The snow is killing me. I'm
Yeah.
tired of this snow, bro.
Bro.
Like, it's snowing crazy out here. I'm just like, bro. can we just
Yesterday
get
it was
something
coming down.
Oh yeah. I guess a high from yesterday would be just like really sitting down and figure out like, all right, this is the kind of spot I'm trying to move into.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I need to get that point, and really just solidifying. Okay, like just crunching numbers, just like allowing myself to do that.
What's your time frame on that?
November.
Oh, are you buying a house or
Yeah.
where at? Where you
I
said
found
originally?
one, bro, in Stapleton,
Ooh,
right by Stanley. It's like
Oh.
it's like a 10-minute walk or 30-minute walk to Stanley.
That would
but
be
it's like
phenomenal.
a 9-minute bike ride.
Oh, where is it at? Like,
It's like right by, like the Quebec Square.
yeah.
It's right. If you keep going down Quebec, there's like the King Supers.
Okay, the new one.
Yeah.
The new King Supers.
Yeah, it's over
Sweet.
there.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
that's gonna be nice.
it's gonna be dope. Yeah, bro. So, hopefully we're about to take a tour of it next week.
Yeah.
And see what's up. But that was a high. You know what I'm saying? Just like allowing myself to make time for that. you know?
Stepping stone.
Exactly. So, what about you, bro?
Honestly, my highs was definitely being in the gym, bro. That pump is phenomenal. I just feel like Superman.
Absolutely.
My lows, I've been waiting for this package for months, bro. Like since
Mm.
October, still, just delay. So that's pretty much my low
Yeah.
so far. But yeah, I think it's a little thing to just reflect on, like realize, you know what, this didn't go too well. This went really well. All right, cool.
Yeah, me and Taylor been trying to like do something each month. So 13th of every month,
Mm-hmm.
we like come together and just talk about like what it's been like to be with each other.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, where are you at? Where am I at? And
What
just
can we
kinda
work
like-
on?
Exactly.
That's really good.
I feel like it just like allows enough time to pass where like things can happen
Mm-hmm.
in like, different like waves or different like whatever. But it's like allows you to come together and be like, okay, yeah, this is what we can do better. So we can work on. This is what I like. This is where we've grown.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
So as far as relationships, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this. What kind of person are you in a relationship? Are you one that something isn't going right and you just hold it in and then you just fire off one day?
Mm-hmm.
Do you immediately address it?
I try to immediately address it. I told Taylor a couple months ago, I was like, in order for this to, go for the long term, I feel like we just need to start working on being transparent,
Mm-hmm.
in all areas. Like, if you're feeling a certain way, let me know. If I'm feeling a certain way, I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah.
But it's like, it alleviates so many issues because it's like when you're feeling a way, you let that person know and it's not built up. It's just like, it's expressed,
Mhm.
it's talked about, and you can move forward.
Yeah.
And there's like no hidden feelings. It's like there's nobody hiding something from the other person. It's like all on the table.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do we deal with this?
That's good.
It's like it's different for sure. But it's dope. Like it definitely helps. So it's been cool just to like build a habit of being transparent in all ways. And it kind of just builds trust. You know what I'm saying? That's really your partner. It's like you should be comfortable telling them everything. That's somebody you
For
really
sure.
want to live with for the rest of your life and like build with. It's like just building those habits. So it's been cool, bro.
Wow.
What about you?
The opposite, bro. Like, just bottle that shit up and get mad. Just store it away. Forget about it. And then one day, it all goes to hell in a big argument. So we've been working on it. It's been 3 years, still doing it.
Hey man, kudos to that. I mean, I've been with T for off and on 2 years.
Yeah.
So,
Relationships are hard, guys. Like, they are not easy by any means. All these YouTube couples that you see having all this fun, bro, nah. I want to know what's going on off camera. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
we get too tricked, we get too invested in thinking like everything is just gravy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you're like, oh man, they got the greatest relationship ever. Why am I arguing with my girl? Like, I want a girl that doesn't argue with me, but that's not
people
real.
paint this perfect picture of relationships, and it's so messed up.
But I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why we agree to that. And it's like knowing, like us in a relationship in general, like figuring out another person and adding that to your life is a struggle to begin with. Right
God,
there.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like none of the thing about that is easy. Nothing. So people who make, relationships are easy. Relationships are supposed to be, flawless. Relationships are supposed to be seamless.
We're supposed
It's
to
like-
travel every weekend.
Yeah,
And
what world do you live
Valentine's Day, I'm gonna get you all these chocolates and
in?
flowers.
How do
and-
you feel about Valentine's Day?
Bro,
Let's talk about it.
I watched Prince down.
Yeah.
Bro, facts. Like, Valentine's Day is a scam.
It is.
Honestly, me and Mary have never celebrated Valentine's
So,
Day. Never. I'm gonna take her to dinner, which That's normal. That's cool. But like, why do I need to?
Buy this expensive gift.
Yeah, because I love you. Like that's
Mhm.
gotta. I thought love. I posted even on my story. I thought love was unconditional.
Hmm.
So why is there conditions that I gotta? And obviously, when you're younger, you buy the balloons and it's a part of the hype. But
Yeah.
as you get older, like you realize this is a scam.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think I don't know. I think it's good to use Valentine's Day as a time to just make time for your partner.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
like
saying? Like whatever that is, y'all can do something creative. Y'all could
you go
just
to the
chill.
mountains for free, right?
Exactly. You can do a lot of things, but it's just like I don't know. Just spend time with each other
Like, yeah.
and like do something that you guys haven't done.
But
I think
the,
that'd be
the
cool.
sad thing is, it's become like, which boyfriend can do the best and get posted on
It's like
social media?
competition, yeah.
Like, girls on Snapchat. Oh my God, look how much he loves me.
Mm.
100 balloons, roses.
Exactly.
It's
Gold
like,
roses.
okay, does he have a savings account? Does he have a car? Like,
Exactly.
Okay, so
No, for sure.
that's how I feel.
I feel
I feel the
that.
same way.
100%.
It's just some booty. So
Hmm.
y'all can let me know what you think about Valentine's Day, because I'm sure you bought your girl a teddy bear and all this stuff. But hey, next year don't do that.
Don't do it.
Just
No,
saying.
it's really wild how like we're trained to consume at these certain points of the year. It's like, bro, like working at the shop, like November through the end of December is just nuts.
Yeah.
And it's like people come in the store, they feel like they have to buy people something. Like they'll come in the store like, oh, like yeah, I'm looking for like family member or a boyfriend. Like he's a man who has everything, but I have to get him something because it's November. I have to get him something because
Yeah.
Christmas is coming up or Thanksgiving. And it's like, where is this like obligation to get somebody something? Why is
Yeah.
there like a huge obligation? Why is it something you have to do? And it's so crazy how our minds are wired around that.
Even Easter, bro. Like,
Yeah.
where'd this rabbit come from? And we're dipping eggs. I'm not hating on any of this stuff. Like, obviously, my family celebrates it, but just the real logic behind it, like,
Mhm.
what? Why do we have to get all these expensive gifts on Christmas?
And you think about it, all America's holidays are directly connected to spending money.
Yeah.
It's like not about like community, not about
It's
like
these big businesses
Yeah.
tricking our minds into thinking, like, if you don't buy all these gifts or
Mhm.
buy something,
yeah. Like, I feel like other cultures and other countries, like some holidays are based around their community coming together and eating together,
yeah,
or coming together and like having a big parade.
for
or,
sure.
You know,
That's where I think
But it's
Thanksgiving
like-
is our closest thing to that.
Yeah,
You know,
for that,
but
100%. But then we just go ham on food, which is not a bad thing.
yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
if you can get the family together, I guess it just depends on the circumstances. It's all just weird.
Mhm.
That's America for you.
Facts. Man.
So let's get into, more importantly, just like, what was last week for you? Like, how did it go? What did you learn? Where are you at?
Last week was good, man.
Yeah.
I was kind of in a spot where I was kind of slipping in a way.
Yeah.
Like I was kind of spread too thin. I had a lot of things going on, and I was like just not pouring into my like main focuses. Like I got
For sure.
too spread out.
Schedule was just like
Yeah.
hectic, right? Because you forgot that you had to work, right?
Yeah, I forgot I had to work. Forgot I had to. I mean, of course, I made it to everything I needed to do, but it's
you
just
did your
like
thing,
it's. Yeah, I was
that's
just
an
like
example,
all
right?
like I was just all like just clustered, man. And I don't know, I just found myself slipping and not really focusing. And I was like, all right, like what do I really want to do right now?
Yeah.
And like so this week has been directly towards that, just like, all right, I want to get these things done. These are my main focuses, and this is what I'm gonna put my energy into.
Why do you feel like you were slipping?
Cause I was just like not taking certain things as serious,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, why? Like this is my like business. Like why am I so focused on these external things like other companies I'm working with or like new like the expansions, and I'm like not putting the effort into like what's already established.
Yeah.
And it's like forgetting about. It's like you get a dog and then you get a new dog and then you forget the old dog. Yeah, it's just like
Yeah, I feel that.
So I kind of like had to reinvest myself into what I've already built. And,
Okay.
So yeah, bro. But just like I said, just getting more structured and yeah, getting processes ready. Hey, bro, how was your week last week?
Bro, it's good, man. It was a lot of like, just kind of opening up to like wanting to know more cultures. Hopefully, creating a new brand and an idea.
Okay.
I think you really influenced me to want to, St. Michael's cool,
Mm-hmm.
and there's the religious aspect of it, but religion can only go so far, right?
It kind of boxes you in.
Yeah, but my idea now is just, it's so more broad. It's about traveling. It's about finding yourself. It's about understanding different cultures and also, in a sense, being eco-friendly. That is important. Like
Absolutely.
a lot of the things that you've just taught me in a couple months span, I've applied, and I'm just like, wow, like you can really do some huge things. And again, it's those little bricks, brick by brick, that are just really building that foundation. So thank you for that.
No, absolutely, bro.
And yeah, man, that's pretty much all it was just hearing other people's stories. One of the coolest things that I saw on YouTube, it's this white dude. He lived in Beijing for about a year, and he speaks Mandarin just within a year, and it's called like Fujian, some whatever. But that's like the native language to a lot of the Chinese or Asians, whatever. I'm sorry, apologize. But he speaks it fluently. So he'll go to Chinatown in New York, and he'll be like, he'll go into like restaurants and be like, oh, what's like typical white dude, doesn't know nothing. Oh, this one's a good one. And then he'll start speaking fluently in Mandarin, and they'll be like, you'll see like other people in the background, like they're laughing, and they're like, your Mandarin is really good. Like it's more fluent than people in my family. So, we had that conversation about what languages we want to speak. And I like genuinely want to learn this because number one, when you know someone else's language, they open up to you in a whole different aspect because you took the time to learn their language. That's not easy. And just that dedication, I think, is just phenomenal. So I really do want to learn Italian, Spanish, and Mandarin.
Dope.
And if I can do that, bro, like, whew, that's a whole like game changer. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, I was had a conversation locally about that a couple weekends ago. My friend Katie brought up a great point. She was like, we look down on people who immigrate to America and can't speak English. Yeah. But it's like they're the ones speaking 2 languages, first off. And also, like, if we were to talk to them in their native language, you'd probably be astonished by how smart they are.
Exactly.
But it's like we think they're dumb because they can't speak English. So it's like
that's horrible.
Yeah, it is. And it's like, especially like people coming in from like Africa or even Mexico or anywhere they immigrate from. It's like they can't speak English, but it's like, why do we look down on them? But it's like, if you go back to their country, they're probably super smart and super educated, but it's like they can't speak English, but like they're trying. Yeah,
and the worst part is, number one, you got to appreciate that they're trying.
Absolutely.
Which I have some friends when we go to places and like we're speaking to someone that's foreign, like they won't even take the time to like hear what they're saying. It irritates me. Yeah. It's like, bro, just have some patience. Like, absolutely. Okay, what are you trying to say to me? And then we go to their country, but we still want to be on our high horse because we're American. Yeah, we don't even know what the sign says. You know what I'm saying? So damn, that's been my week, bro. Just I want to expand.
Absolutely. So no, I think that's really dope, bro. Especially when you want to do eco-friendly. I was talking to my guy Jalen the other day, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I've been wanting to do eco-friendly clothing brand, but I feel like it'd be stepping on your toes." I'm like, bro, like that's the whole reson why I'm doing this. So like we can change the way
to impact
exactly the way fashion is made. It's like not about me. It's like, how can we make this a wave? Yeah. So that's what's up.
And that's what it's going to be. I think a lot of people need to look at it as your friend is your friend, not your competition.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like you made a great point like a few episodes ago where like you're here. I'm trying to get here. You're trying to get here. I'm not trying to go back down here. Exactly. And you just keep going up here. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I was like, I can't wait to talk to Javon about this because like you influenced me for that. No, like, I want it to be bigger than I ever thought it would be. And even talking to Taylor, like she mentioned, the kids nowadays, you can't just be like, buy this because it's cool. You got to be like, no, buy this because this supports this. And, like there's got to be something behind it.
Absolutely.
And that's business.
Dope. So, and I think it's so important to just like want to see your friends in the higher light because it's so easy to like, I want to see you do good, but never better than me.
Yeah.
You'll find a majority of people that are like that.
98%, bro.
Exactly. So it's like finding that friend that wants to see you in the same light he wants to see himself.
Yeah.
It's like, that's who you got to keep around.
Yeah.
And I think that's so important, bro. And that's why like I'm really just like selective on who I really like give my time to and just like who, I'm around. For sure. It reflects on you at some point. If you're around shady people, you're going to end up being the same shady person.
People are going to associate what they do with you.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it's sad that it's like that. Nobody ever wants to see their friend doing better than them. But in reality, like, dog, I want a mansion right here. I want your mansion right across the street. Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Like, I don't get it. There's an abundance. And all we can do is learn from each other because we see through different eyes.
Exactly.
So it's just
exactly, bro. If you could find somebody that can really add to your dream or just like add quality to your life, it's like, why wouldn't you want to see that person do good? And it's like, like you said, there's abundance. Like everybody can eat.
Exactly.
Everybody can eat, bro. And it's just like people who live from that scarcity mindset, like of course, they might get the fast success, but it's like long term, they'll be surrounded by people who are just like vultures.
Yeah, but that just goes back to, you can be so pure-hearted, but you can be surrounded with people that are telling you, let's say, for example, right? Me and you, we're doing our thing on the podcast, whatever. Both have brands. And then someone from the outside is like, oh, how much you getting paid? Oh, you know, he's making more money than you. And they creep that negative energy in your mind, which you're a human being.
Exactly.
So that overtakes. And then you start overthinking something that's nothing. Because there's somebody from the outside that doesn't know what they're talking about.
True.
They're just mad.
The ego kicks in.
Yeah.
I feel that.
So it's a life. It's life, bro. Like, it's such a concept, but I want you guys to really think about that. I always tell a lot of my friends, like, be careful when going into business with certain friends, because it'll tarnish, you know?
Absolutely.
But it all comes down to that beginning energy, that beginning communication of what is your real purpose?
Absolutely.
What do you really want to do? Do you want to, when you have a friend that's like, yeah, man, I'm just trying to get rich, like, let's do it.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, it's not about that.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll come. Like you said, we rich, we just ain't got paid yet. I'm not even concerned about money, you know?
For sure.
Like, this is genuinely fun.
You know, I was reading this book. It was like, any man's mission is incomplete until it's connected to the universal structure. And it's like, until you have that bigger picture in mind, your mission will always be incomplete. Every time. It never fails. So it's like, yeah, you can go, like, I want to make $1 million. But it's like, what are you going to do with $1 million?
Yeah.
Of course, you'll get it, but you'll never be fulfilled because you just got it to get it.
You'll just be looking for the next million.
Exactly. So it's like, until
That's
your
so
purpose
real.
is connected to the universal structure, your mission will always be incomplete.
And, you know, I think the more I, like, from the outside in, just looking at these bigger artists, they're always surrounded with the majority of their day ones. And there's a reason behind that. Like, even J. Cole says, like, yeah, I made $1 million, but my boys are still at home.
Exactly, bro. Shut up.
So I got to keep grinding to make sure everybody eats. And that's it. Like, that's solid proof. And it's just time and time again throughout history. Like, that's what it is. Everybody gets to the top, but it really is lonely up there. I don't want to get there alone, bro.
Facts.
So it's a crazy concept. And I mean, going into that, this is what I want you guys to think about too. And something me and Javon were talking about, like, what is the few things you want to get done in a lifetime before it's over? And it's a super hard question because we're young. Like, I don't even know what I want in 5 years from now. So, but at this very moment, something that we can look back on, what do you want to change? Like, what would you like to accomplish? And it could be anything.
Definitely one thing is I want to go to every continent.
Yeah.
At least twice.
Okay.
So different countries, but I want to go there at least twice. And then, what else? I want to do something like super risky, like skydiving. Not even like skydiving. Skydiving's one of them, but then like big goals.
Deep
like,
sea diving.
Exactly. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Ooh-wee.
That would be dope,
bro.
You ever seen those ones where it's like they're on this like wing?
Parasailing?
Is it parasailing? Not parasailing.
Oh, are you talking about like in the sky?
They jump off the mountains and they use like.
And they fly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam has actually done that before.
Yes.
Yeah.
That looks dope. I want to
do
do
that. On GoPro. It's pretty sweet.
But I mean, like big goals. I think one thing I definitely want to do is have like be able to own different like commercial real estate properties and have them all be like creative spaces, and just like build a platform for people to eat off of, literally.
For sure. Do you want that to be in a sense like nonprofit, or do people have to pay? Like, do you have to be a member?
Well, I think you could still have a nonprofit and have people pay for the memberships. Okay. Yeah, so that'd probably be like something around that.
Cool. Yeah.
And we'd get grants from just get grants in general to like support whatever else we need. So so we'll see what happens. But that's definitely big goals. And then also want to own a spot in another country, own like property in other countries.
Okay, that's dope. Have you seen that? It's in Denver. It's called like Inspirato or something. You pay $2,500 a month, and you have to do a 6-month contract. It's $15,000, but you can travel anywhere in the world because they have commercial properties everywhere.
It's like timeshare?
Yeah, in a sense. And you can unlimited trips. So let's say like you just had a lot of money and you just wanted to travel, you just buy that, and then you have all those properties, so you can go anywhere in the world, but you do have to pay for your flight, which kind of sucks.
That does.
But every week you at least have like a guarantee.
Something to stay, yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
That is dope, yeah.
Which, I mean, $2,500 a month, that's actually a really good deal because if you think about it, it would cost you a lot. If every week you wanted to be in a different place, it'd be pretty expensive.
Absolutely.
And these are like nice places.
Damn, imagine the time you have to dedicate to that, like traveling. It's a lot.
Yeah.
What about you, bro? Some things you want to accomplish? Or
Man,
do, or
honestly, just like short term, I want to pay off all this debt because I know there's a lot of kids that are in it and they feel like there's just no way out of it. And I just want to be able to like preach on how I did it. And I know the struggle of it because I think there's just too many people that are uneducated about what it is to take out a loan and how much you really pay, even when it comes to cars and all that. There's nobody young really telling you. Everybody's buying it and showing you how, like, oh, I got it. But nobody's telling you, like, yo, I bought this car, but I'm actually paying for 2 cars.
Exactly, interest and everything.
So, like, I want to be, like, not necessarily an expert on that, but just be able to preach from my experience and just give back, you know? Like, I just want to teach the young kids. I would love to just travel everywhere. Like I said, I want to, in a lifetime, I really want to I'm going to give myself one language to learn. At least one, right? If I can just do that, it would be dope. And I want it to be Mandarin or Italian, not Spanish. I feel like, no disrespect, I still can somewhat understand. I have a lot of Spanish homies. I can understand what they're saying, but I feel like it takes a lot more dedication to understand Mandarin, right? Like, you really got to be dedicated. So I just feel like intellectually, I'd be a better person. So, yeah, travel, language, help the kids, and I really want to start like this huge clothing and sneaker foundation for kids that just don't have anything. Like, I want to be able to just give them Jordans or Nike. I want them to be the cool kids, you know? And those are like the big impactful goals. My own selfish goals. I want to go skydiving. I want to do just some like adrenaline stuff.
Exactly.
You know, like really, because you know, once you get that adrenaline here, there's no going back. It's like a roller coaster. You're like, what's the next one? Let's keep going.
You gonna see Mike walking wires and shit.
Yeah, facts. Scared out of my mind with that adrenaline, bro. I'm definitely an adrenaline junkie.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. Those are like, that's really the only thing I can think of right now.
I think I want to add one.
Yeah.
I think at some point I want 80% of my meals to come from my garden.
That's amazing. Wow.
Like I'm pretty much self-sustained. Like I want my house to be all self-sustained.
Oh yeah, I love that.
That's definitely a goal of mine because I feel like it's definitely doable, and I feel like at that point when I'm able to like build my own crib like that, I'll be the technology would be like super advanced.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So it's like it wouldn't be all just like, you know, just like old fashioned, but like I'll add some technology in there, but everything will be self-sustained.
Yeah.
So that's a goal of mine to like build.
That's
like
awesome.
A whole self-sustained home. Yeah, me and Taylor been looking at like I don't know a bunch of like tiny homes and like seeing what it takes to like make one and like getting creative on like how to make multi-purpose.
Almost like pre-planning, right? So when the time comes.
Yeah, just kind of getting ideas. I mean, because even with the retail shop we're about to get in Stanley, it's like going to be like 200 square feet. Yeah. So it's like we have to really find out how to use each square foot
maximize
efficiently. Yeah. So
that's dope. Wow, I like that. I definitely feel like the whole last week that's all I was like the fish, sustainable fish and fruits and vegetables and greens. Like I love my pizza though. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like I feel like if you eat good 95% of the time, you can have some pizza 5% of the time. You know, like it's okay.
You little carbs in there.
Yeah. But I like that. I really do like that. And you know, before we end the podcast, we were talking about age in the gym. Mm-hmm. Like you're cool with dying about 80 years old?
No. I said some people are. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, my pop said the other day. He was like, "Yo, like I'm if I make it to 75, like I live the blessed life." I'm like, "Damn, that's hella young."
Bro, my mom be saying that too, and I'm like, she's like, "I'm good." I'm just like, I want to live forever.
Man, it's just like,
would you live forever?
Nah. I feel like there's so much more than what we see.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I feel like you can create your own heaven on earth. But I don't know. I think if I live past 100, I'll be like, okay, I did that shit. But
for sure.
I'm trying to live as long as possible, man. Because I feel like in order to do that, you have to really live a great lifestyle.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, take care of yourself and really like have good people around you. Eat right, work out. And I'm trying to be 90 and still mobile. I'm trying to be 90 and like be the livest dude in the world and like have like the young people be like, oh damn, like I want to be like that when I get older.
Yeah, no, for sure. You still inspire, and just imagine like 90 years on this earth, what you can teach a 20-year-old if they're willing to listen.
Yeah, like my grandma, bro. Like she's 82 or 83, and she's so like just lively. You know, she just that's like such a positive energy.
Yeah.
She's just like talking,
You
making
gotta
jokes.
love that.
You know, it's just like really dope. I'm like, that's the type of energy I want to have when I'm her age.
Yeah.
Because you see so many, especially in America, you see so many people who are just like walking around depressed and just sad. Like need all this, like you talk about all that, need all that assistance, and you just like can't really do anything by yourself. They're in a nursing home, wheelchairs, walkers, all that, and it's just like that's not what being old is about. Like
Yeah.
I think people in America think like once you get past 70, that's what you're supposed to be like. But you look at people in Japan and these like elderly communities, they're like 90 plus, still farming, still
Bro,
hacking wood,
At
still
the seafood
cooking.
market,
still,
yeah, they're living
You know what I'm
a
saying?
really
Like,
quality life, and that's what I say.
absolutely.
Like, if I'm limping and I'm in pain,
Mhm.
I want to be dead.
Hmm.
Like that's it. Like I do not want. I'm talking like permanent. Like you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying. Like when I see people at the store and they're like limping, I'm like, man, like that sucks. I don't want that. So whatever I can do now to prevent that, like you know, there's obviously the God's plan, universe's plan.
Mm-hmm.
Like how do you feel about that? Like
That's
quality
fine.
of life. You want to be on the go, still moving at 90, or are you okay with being in the wheelchair but alive?
Nah, hell no. I want to be on the go. Like, that ain't even an option, bro. I'm trying to
Yeah.
like really be. I'm not saying I want to be like doing triathlons.
Push-ups and no, I feel
triathlons when I'm 90.
like
Yeah, I'm
that.
trying to be
Yeah,
chilling.
You don't even got to work out really when
Yeah.
you're that old. You just
Yeah, I want to be
just
like
walk in.
get to the point I'm 90. I could chill, but like if I need to get up and go do something, like somebody breaking my crib, I can still like do a little
Bang
something.
bang, yeah.
I ain't like.
You gonna be on the news? 90-year-old beats up a robber. Yeah. I've been eating fish, since 1987. I'm still strong.
Exactly.
I
But
feel
no,
it.
yeah, you want to be able to like be active and like if you have great grandkids or grandkids, you want to be able to work like play with them. You want to be just like the only thing they can do is sit on your lap and you can tell them
And you can
stories.
sing. Happy birthday.
change the channel on the
Yeah.
remote. Or
I
like,
feel you. You want to be
yeah.
out there like throwing the football and playing playing basketball. Like I
Exactly.
feel that, and that's what I wanted to ask you guys too. Like, what is your quality of life? Do you want to live forever? Do you want to live past 100? Like, what is it that you want? You see from both of us, like we just want to be able to be active. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know. I think if you just take care of yourself, maybe that's the truth. I look at,
Yeah.
luckily for me, my family, like my grandma's 100, my other grandma was 100. Like they live, but they also lived on the farm.
True. Yeah. I mean, the farm. I feel like it. I don't know. I
Onion
feel like
sandwiches.
it's really cool. Like I kind of like came to the realization when I was farming last summer. It was like when I was in there, it kind of made you think like you're a product of your environment, and you're around a bunch of things growing
Yeah,
that are literally alive and growing. It's like you embody that,
exactly.
and it's just cool to like I don't know think about that.
And it goes to show, like, you take care of those crops.
Mm-hmm.
What do they grow to be?
Amazing things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't take care of them, they die. They're
Mhm.
crippled. They're
Absolutely.
one leaf is brown and all nasty,
For sure, exactly.
Versus like you just take care of it. It's the same concept with your body, and that still goes to the aspect of we are all one, and it's so crazy.
Did you ever see that interview with Tracy McGrady that he was talking about Kobe and how Kobe was like, "I want to die young."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
Like,
crazy.
he
He
just
said
kept
it
saying-
before he had kids.
Yeah.
But like I don't know.
I want to be the greatest.
It's
and die
interesting.
young.
Like I'm trying to like die a legend, and I want to die young. Like I want to be known, like be a legend.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's an interesting perspective. Like, do you have to die young to be a legend?
No,
Or
I
die
don't.
too soon to be a legend.
I don't know. I think it's just the concept. It's hype.
Hmm.
Everyone wants to appreciate you. Even people that didn't really care, they just want to be a part of. Oh, I love Kobe Bryant.
Hmm.
But you were the same person that was talking about his case.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I think that, oh man, it just goes back to society. It's just evil, bro. Like, why do you got to die to be missed and really appreciated? And
Damn.
why do we do that?
Yeah, it's like you don't know what you got until it's gone.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, that's what I think is so important. Like I think I spoke on the last episode. Just like talk, like really, allowing your presence to be felt at all times.
Yeah.
Like whatever connection you have with the person, just like taking that to the max, and just being your whole self. You know what I'm saying? Like allow that connection to go as far as it can.
Mm-hmm.
And then if that person's not there 2 years from now, it is what it is. But it's like you left that lasting impact on them.
Exactly.
And that's
So
what you can do.
when you do,
Yeah.
let's say, pass away, unfortunately, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
they still remember, like, wow, Javon, he really impacted my life. He made me be a better person every day. And if you can die doing that, I mean, what more can you ask for?
Absolutely, and it's like that's what you die with. Like you can have all these cars and females and money and whatever accomplishments, But it's like you die with the deeds you left with people. You die with the energy you put out.
Let me ask you this. We're still going like this freestyle, guys. You're obviously like, what's the word? You have a good head on your shoulders. Do you still get caught up? Do you still get caught up in that stuff, like cars and girls? I mean, we're both in relationships, but we're guys. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
for sure.
do you still see on Instagram like, dang, he's with all these baddies? Like, you got that money, you got the cars. Like, you know, I know what I need, but that's what I want.
I feel that. No, yeah, I mean, definitely question mine. I mean, those things are amazing. You know? Like, I definitely want to have like a Tesla or like a nice ass whip where I can just like, you know, flex. But it's like you got to change your mindset. It's like maybe you still want those things, but it's not the flex. It's just like these are things I'm genuinely interested in.
You attracted those things in your life.
Exactly. Like I still want a nice whip. Yeah. I still want a nice crib to live in. I don't necessarily want a bunch of females anymore, you know, because I'm locked up. But
no, I'm just wondering. You know, I mean,
it's just like
ladies can't get mad at us. I'm just being honest. Like, it's just something that crosses your mind.
Yeah, I mean, I'm human. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody. I don't have this like, just oh my God, I'm only thinking about the spirit. I'm only like, you know, I'm only thinking about these vegetables all day. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like I'm still human, but it's just like, you know, you gotta like work on like, all right, like these are things I really want.
Thinking about cucumbers, bro. I feel it.
But yeah, man, like you gotta just be real and just kind of like train your mind to think about, you know, things you really want. So like, I really want to travel. I really want. I still want money, but it's like I want money to do this instead of.
What are your true intentions, right?
Exactly, like find those like pure intentions with the things you want. So yeah. What about you?
No, I would say the same, bro. It's funny. Like, I just want
cucumbers.
I just want people to like. We feel you on every aspect. We're human beings. We're basketball players, bro. We're athletes. Like we've been through it all. So.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's truly your intentions and training your mind to just be like.
Yeah.
You know. Let's say like before when we were single, your intention with every girl was what, you know? It was more than just, oh, we friends, you know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
But when you change those intentions to like, she's actually a cool girl. Like she does a lot. Like we can actually work together and build.
Absolutely.
So something I wanted to bring up because I thought it was funny. Because, you know, as soon as you're liking some other girl's pictures, like the wrong impression is, but in reality, you're supporting that girl for supporting your brand. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's one thing I've honestly learned. Like I used to have a problem with that, just like, you know, just getting with girls for certain reasons, you know?
No, for
But it's like now, but now I can like literally see, like you said, like this girl is cool, and I can like, you know, like work with her, and like you see the actual her whole self instead of just like, you know, a couple things.
Yeah, know? It's just a change.
It's like like rewiring your mind around it. But yeah, man, we've been growing up, bro. Long story short, we grew up. So.
Well, I'm gonna end it on that. Hope you guys enjoyed.
We love y'all, man. Hey, be true to yourself.
Yeah, everything. A part of everything podcast. Catch y'all next one.
Peace.